Okay, hello YouTube. Like I said, I'll be putting out a video every week, no matter what was going on. So here I am again. It's kind of been a rough couple days, not because of the road. I just found out yesterday morning. A very good friend of mine passed yesterday, and this is one of those realities of the road when you're out on the road, I guess. The most important thing I guess I take away from this is just like when I was in the military. There's stuff that happens back at home, and this is not my home where I actually live at, but my hometown where I grew up. And you can't break away. And I'm trying not to make an emotional decision to pull myself out of training to go back home, because I know that where I'm from, it's a small town, and it normally takes a week, usually about a week, before they have memorial services. So I'm gonna wait to find out when the actual memorial services are, because sometimes families wait 2 weeks, because people have big families sometimes, and it takes a while for people to get there, and sometimes it might be a week or two. So I'm kind of hoping that the memorial service is a little later. That way maybe I can hopefully get close to home, and we could take a 34-hour, and I could run home and be part of that. Pay my respects. But I don't know. I'm gonna make that decision when it comes. But back to the trucking side, I kind of wanted to give my overview of how my training's been going. It's been going real well. I passed my first 50 hours of driving. We're gonna switch over and start doing more team driving now. I guess some of the things I kind of take away from being out here is petrols. Petrols are really good gas stops. Well, really good stops for the night, and the reason why is they have a restaurant that's open 24 hours. They have showers, and the showers are really clean, and they have laundry facilities, and all of them that I've stopped at have had a driver's lounge, so you can go in there and watch movies. Most of them have had barbershops and a little C-store. So we stop at Loves and Petrols, but every time we do stop for the night, like if we know we're going to shower that night or that morning, we always seem to stop. My driver likes the Petrols, and I'll tell you, the showers are awesome. The water pressure at every single one I've stopped at has been really good. Made our way up into the Pacific Northwest now, and some really pretty roads. I've done a lot of, I've driven pretty much, we're getting ready to go over another road called Cabbage, and my driver told me, he's like, you've pretty much done you've done harder grades already, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. So that gives me some confidence. I feel like my driver, my mentor, gave me after our 50 hours feedback, and obviously there's a few things I need to work on, but based off everything I see, I'm doing really well, really on the schedule. I can say this about my mentor: he's straightforward. He gives me his honest to God opinion, and tells me exactly how he feels about everything. He hasn't held anything back. If I need to improve on something, not improve on anything. But so far, I have an advantage of being a little older. Like I said before, I'm 41, so I've been driving for a long time. So really, it's just adding the length of a vehicle and learning how to move heavy loads. That's, it's really common sense when it comes down to it. For those of you that are thinking about getting into this, it's basically don't overhype this. Yeah, it's difficult, and there's got some moments, the truck kind of, you feel the road a lot more in a big truck than you do like a car. But you just got to have some confidence in yourself. Stay relaxed out here. Don't be all tense. That's when I notice I have any problems with shifting or anything, is when I tense up, because I see that I'm getting ready to get into some heavy traffic. But it's just like when you're driving a vehicle, just give yourself more stopping space. Just pay attention to all those idiots around you, because you really get an appreciation for how difficult it is to maneuver such a big vehicle in traffic once you get behind this. and this is going to make you that much better of a driver when you're in your own vehicle, and you'll probably pass this on to your kids and your friends about, you know, how they should behave around these 18-wheelers out here. I mean, it's dangerous, you know, when you're 76,000 pounds and somebody decides they want to brake check you. Whew. I mean, you feel the weight of that vehicle trying to get it stopped, and you feel that pressure trying not to hit somebody and make sure you don't cause cause an accident. Now, I haven't come close to any of that, but I'm just saying that, you know, I have to abruptly slow down, and you know, this truck ain't gonna stop on a dime. So that's definitely one thing. Outside of that, there's really not a whole lot more to report. I mean, I think once I get in my own truck and I'm driving all by myself, I'll have more to talk about. I'm gonna take a lot of pictures, or like when I know I'm going through a very pretty area, I'm gonna have a cam that faces out so you can see it. And but you know, even when you see stuff like that through a camera on a movie, there's nothing like seeing that beauty, that scenery out there in this truck. I mean, this truck, you sit up above the road so much higher, you can see up above the fields, and you can look out across. I mean, I'm still amazed by the beauty. I mean, why would you want to leave this country to go anywhere else? I mean, you could really see a lot of beautiful stuff right here at home, right here in the good old US. I mean, there is so much to see. Now, at times, what I have noticed, every state I've gone through, pretty much every state is similar, really. I mean, really, the scenery is really the same, but there are unique parts of every state where the scenery is completely different than anything you're going to see anywhere. But most of the time, when you get like the I-5, for example, you know, there's that beginning of Oregon, and then Oregon kind of fades out. You get into the valley, and you look just like you're rolling through California. And when you get up into Washington, it's the same way. It's real beautiful. And then as you get back on the backside over the 90 and stuff like that, then it just turns into big open fields, and you could think you're in Nebraska somewhere. So, but my driver keeps us moving. This week has been a lot better start than the previous week. That first week that we started out, we got off to a slow start because my driver had to take us 34, and then we've been jockeying for ways to get back east because they've been trying to run us to California so much. But I need to pick up my actual CDL license. I called my DMV and they said I had to physically come in because I was trying to see if they would just look up my scores in the computer, because I already took my picture and all that stuff before I left, and see if they could just mail my CDL to my house, and then I could stop by my house and get it, or maybe my wife could, if I knew where I was going, she could overnight it to a location, to a terminal that I might be at. But my state says I have to physically come in to get my CDL, so we're working our way. We've been working for loads to get back that way. So, but in this 3 days, we've already made 3 different stops. I mean, it's been, you know, about ready to go. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm hitting the rack, going to bed, and then we're up in a few hours, you know, immediately after the 10, and we're rolling. So, like I said, it's been real fun out here, with the exception of the news I got yesterday. And you know, the best thing that I could do is I just, you know, my driver was like, do you want to go home? Because it hit me hard. It really caught me off guard. I couldn't even kind of control my emotions. And my driver is like, hey, Swift will get you, you know, they'll let you go home. You can take a break and go home. But I felt like the best thing for me to do was keep working. And, you know, it's the same way when I was in the military. You lose people, you got to keep going. The mission keeps going on. And I hope I get to, I hope that we can make it work out so I can get home, so I can get back to my hometown where I'm actually from. I'm actually from Northern California, so hopefully I can get back to that way so I can take a break. But other than that, if you're, like I said, if you have any if you're contemplating, is this the right thing for you? Trucking. Listen, if you are a person that can be social but loves being by yourself, but can handle being by yourself for long periods of time, yeah, take a chance. What you got to lose? Worst case scenario, you do it. You give them your 1 year time, 6 month time, whatever contract that you may have with whatever company you go to. Not just Swift, whoever you go to, Prime, Jim Palmer, TMC, whoever. Go out there and give it a shot. If it ain't for you, then you just walk away. After a year, what have you lost? You got a CDL license. which can come in handy as a part-time job where you're from, you know. So you know, it's a kind of take a leap of faith, you know. If you don't know, you have any good idea of where you're going or what you want to do, this is a great opportunity, right? You don't have to worry about a place to sleep every night. You know, you got to worry about your food and stuff like that, but you can get clean out there on the road. You're going to be in different places every day. You have an opportunity when you take your 34, or even when you take your 10 hours. I don't sleep 10 hours every time I take every time we stop. You know, I probably sleep about 5 to 6 hours, and I feel plenty rested. So if you're in the area and you got 2 or 3 hours of burn, you can, you know, go check out some scenery real quick, go to dinner, maybe go catch a quick flick. I mean, you can enjoy life out here on the road if you're smart and know how to do it. But that's pretty much all I got to say. If you guys got any questions, just post them. Hopefully I'll start getting some more views. Hopefully the information I put out is pertinent to people. And if you have anything you want to ask me, just ask, you know, because I can't think of everything off the top of my head. I just kind of do these videos impromptu. So it is what it is. Stay blessed out there, and have a good, safe night.